Yo, what is up? It's the Heavyist podcast, weekly worship at the altar of radness. We're stoked as hell. We got Karll from Gridiron here.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
What is up? Very, very stoked. Very, very stoked. We've been living 25/8 since it dropped, dude. We're over the moon to have you on. This is going to be really fun.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, we're not 25/8 anymore. We're 26.
I know, dude. I know. We'll get there. We'll get there, bro.
Yeah, you guys got to step it up a notch.
I know you've been out there grinding. It's a tough way to find out. Gridiron Poetry from Pain is coming out this week. It's absolutely awesome. Like I say, we've been really big fans of the band since No Good at Goodbyes dropped. I think it's legitimately been the most referenced band between like me and Gary. It's something like
definitely,
making fun of people, calling them in the trench. It's just become part of our life. I think Gridiron has been just an absolute beast of a band that's just come along and just smashed the absolute shit out of it.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you.
I was listening to an interview with you, and one of the things that struck me is it said that when you sort of formed the band, you didn't expect it to actually turn into a band properly. You were just looking for some riffs to spit some bars over during COVID.
Yeah, everything after that has just kind of been house money. We were never supposed to record songs, never supposed to play shows, and in a couple weeks we're touring with Hatebreed. So life comes at you fast. So it's pretty cool, definitely not taking
wild.
Yeah, definitely not taking anything for granted. It's been a lot of fun up to this point, and we're just going to do our best to make sure it continues to be fun for us.
Hell yeah, that's absolutely nice, man. Yeah, just playing with house money, it's crazy to think that it wasn't really supposed to happen, and then it's just been a beautiful sort of happy accident. Because I guess because of that, has it just allowed you to have more fun than you thought you like with the inception of it? Do you think you've sort of just been able to be a little bit removed from like, oh god, this has got to be my job and I've got to make money forever and I've got to buy a house for this, and
yeah, I mean, we all got like regular ass jobs, we all have our own hustles and shit like that, so this isn't like something where it's like gonna kill us, and I think that definitely helps. This always started out as just kind of like a fun little side quest for a lot of the guys, and because they're all in other bands and stuff like that besides me. But everything, they're coming out the gate. I think we did a good job. Like, we're kind of, obviously we're a little bit tongue in cheek, but we're all self-aware. We all know that, we're not taking ourselves too serious, but also when it comes to the music, we do take ourselves seriously because it's something that lasts forever. It's never going to go away once you release music. So, I think there's definitely a balance that you need to have. And I think we do a good job as a band kind of having that balance.
Did you feel any pressure going into album 2 then? Did you feel any people have taken notice of something that I was kind of doing because I thought it was a right laugh? Now people are actually like engaged and like invested in. Did you kind of feel like, oh shit?
Not really. I think I put pressure on myself because obviously you just want to keep evolving as a musician or a lyricist. Like, you want what you do next to be better than what you previously did. Absolutely. So, we didn't have pressure from, obviously we signed to a new label and stuff like that, and they've just been amazing throughout the whole process. They never pressured us to do anything we didn't want to do. Everything that Gridiron is doing is because Gridiron wants to do it. And I think that's really helpful. As far as managing stress with a band. And also, we make this music for ourselves first. We're not making music for a certain target audience or anything like that. We're making the music that we want to make. And if people like it, that's awesome. If not, at the end of the day, if we all like it, that's what matters most to us. So.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, to talk about like making the music for yourselves, that absolutely seems like the case with this new album. I feel like there's a real cool sort of, there's an uptake. It's one of those like really, really cheesy things, and it's on one of like, it's like the cringiest thing you read on every press release of every band, where it's like they got heavier and more anthemic. And but you guys absolutely have on this record. I feel like there's a bit of an uptake in the death metal riffery, which is absolutely sick. I feel like 26-9 just comes out and absolutely bulldozes you. And then you've also got, these big anthemic moments that are in the record, and it's just pushing out in every direction.
Yeah, obviously when you're making a new record, you don't want to make the same record twice. You want to push the envelope, you want to raise the bar for yourselves as musicians. And I think we did a good job doing that. But also you don't want to go too far out there, because then it just doesn't make sense. So when I listen to this record front to back, I feel like this is just like a really natural progression for us as a band and us as musicians. And, we dipped our toe a little more into like the melodic tracks, and, none of them have come out as singles yet. So I think, once the record comes out, those will kind of catch people by surprise.
Yeah, and the acoustic track's going to blow people up.
Yeah, the part with the opera song. Yeah. But no, people are, there's going to be people that like it, and there's going to be people that don't like it. And ultimately, none of that really matters to us. Like to my point before, we're just doing what we want to do. So everything turned out exactly how we wanted it to turn out. And I think it's definitely, an evolution for us as a band.
One of the things that I really like about the record is that it feels like a sequel. It doesn't just feel like a collection of songs that exist. Bands will just release an album and it's about this, and then another band, like they'll release records that are completely disconnected sort of conceptually and like lyrically from each other. But you've got the callbacks in this record, you've got like the references to the things that people already love, and I really like that about the record, like that you have this sort of, I feel like you're just building out the world a little bit more. It just feels like more like a sequel.
Yeah, love a good callback.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a couple of them, and we did pretty much all of Gridiron did a song with Missing Link. So I called back to that song in a track, and I think I love a good callback. People get psyched on that.
Yeah, agreed. I was one of those people. Yeah, man. Something that I wanted to ask you about, it's obviously, so the band kind of came about kind of by accident. Were you already like doing rap and doing anything like in the rap world yourself before then, or is it something you just kind of knew you had in your back pocket?
I've been like writing hip hop stuff for a really long time. And, my first love of music was hip hop way before I even knew that hardcore existed. So that's something that stuck with me for my whole entire life up to this point. And, I probably have, I don't know, 10 LPs worth of rap stuff written. And like, I have like a couple songs recorded and stuff. I've never put anything out. Maybe in the future that's something that I do, but, so I've written my whole life, so I guess that's about as far as, my involvement into hip hop itself has gone.
That's cool.
No, that's absolutely sick. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand where you're coming from. I was listening to the Slim Shady LP way before I was listening to Metallica. Like that was where I started.
Yeah, I had two older brothers who were like really into like graffiti and hip hop and like break dancing and stuff like that. So like I kind of was, they were like 5 years older than me, so they definitely had like a huge impression on me when I was younger as to like what I got into and stuff like that. I remember, I'd have my brother's DMX It's Dark and Hell is Hot CD, and I was like 9 years old, so like I got, exposed to it at a very young age, and it kind of just
stood a chance, did you?
Right. And I don't know if it was like, I loved it so much because I knew I wasn't supposed to be listeing to it or something like that.
Because the sticker, it was probably the parental advisory sticker that made you laugh.
Yeah.
So here's one thing I wanted to ask. So there's endless like hardcore and death metal albums that I love, that I would like count among like my favorite records of all time. But if you asked me to like recite every lyric from them, I would have a hard time, right? Because of the delivery, because of like just the nature of death metal vocals and things like that, and there's things you just more get like a sense of some of the times, and rather than actually having a full sort of understanding of like what's happening in the track.
Right.
Do you find that with like a rap delivery, do you find that potentially it sort of helped the band excel in notoriety in like a crowd environment? Like, do you find that like because everybody can hear everywhere just saying super perfectly, that it sort of like just creates a better sort of like a crowd participation like in the shows?
Yeah, I think I think the vocal delivery is very digestible to people, and it's not often where you get music that is the style of music that we make with lyrics that are digestible. So I think that's kind of something that, sets us apart from some bands and stuff. And, I think it's really cool, because it's awesome just having like a fucking brutal Cannibal Corpse riff with people rapping along to it, so, it's kind of a cool formula. And yeah, I definitely think it's helpful that, you remember lyrics better if you can understand all of them,
100%. Like, your album comes out on that day, and I feel like the lyrics were in my head by the end of the night, and there's like other like death metal records that come out that week, and I listened to them 2 weeks later and I still wouldn't have my head around it. And it gets its way into your head, and then it gets its way into your heart quicker. I just feel like there's it can just must have really helped sort of people like sort of hang on to the concepts and what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of lyrics, on the new record, what's some of your favorite bars that you've written? And why is the answer definitely not? The definitely answer must be your employee of the month for the bitch store, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I love punchlines, and like I love like I grew up watching like YouTube videos of like Philly rap battles and stuff like that, and it's all punchline rapping. But there's definitely a fine line between having too much of that stuff where it just sounds like you're trying to do stand-up comedy, and so like I think there's a good balance in there. That's definitely one of my favorite ones. I just there's a lot of like metaphorical lines and stuff like that I'm pretty proud of in this record. But probably my favorite one might be you employee of the month at the bitch store.
It's unreal. It's like the George Costanza, like the jerk store, like the jerk store and the bitch store, they're on the same strip.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they got the same landlord.
Yeah. I love it. It's so good. I think just need to do you think maybe you could like make up some cards, like some merch, like employee of the month at the bitch store, like badges or something to give out? That would be pretty sick.
It's funny you say that. So our record release is a week from Saturday in Philly, and we're gonna get plaques made that say employee of the month bitch store, and then we're gonna put a mirror in the middle of it.
Amazing.
We're gonna do like 10 of them or like 20 of them or something like that. Yeah. So we've been cooking with that idea. So
that is phenomenal.
You guys, your merch game is strong already, but that's like next level.
Mate, that's absolutely sick. So I think one of the cool things about Gridiron as a band is obviously you straddle sort of so many worlds with like the hardcore and the death metal. I know you've like recently been playing like with like the Bog and shit. Like, how do you think like sort of doors have opened sort of tour wise because of just sort of the breadth of bands? I feel like you could literally play on any heavy bill going.
Yeah, obviously touring with Bog and 200 Stab Wounds and Mutilatred was something that was a little bit outside of what we were used to playing, and was unsure going into it about how the fans of those bands would react to Gridiron, and every show was fucking awesome. Every show was so sick, and like we played Pensacola, and it was probably one of the craziest Gridiron sets to date. So that was kind of cool seeing, like, okay, like we have more reach than just, hardcore tours or something like that. And I even think there's a world where like heavy music is becoming like really popular now, where, it wouldn't be that out of sight to play like a Lollapalooza or something like that, like a hip hop centric music festival or something like that. So, we already a couple months ago we played Brooklyn with like Mayhem Loren and a couple other hip hop guys, Pro Dillinger, Bub Styles, and that show went over really well too. So it is pretty cool having that versatility to kind of have your options open as far as touring.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think that potentially, I mean, Gridiron is nothing if not like at one point going to be a Biscuit opener. Like, I mean, that's got to be
that's something I've written.
The Biscuit tour. Yeah. That's got to be it, right?
That's got to happen.
That's got to happen. If Fred
calls, I'll pick up the phone.
Hell yeah. Make sure you do, Fred. I'm sure he'll watch this. Make sure you do.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah, he's subscribed. Easy.
Bell him up.
So I've got a 9-month-old, and the other day I was imparting some ancient knowledge on him. We were watching Kid Rock live videos, and I kind of forgot how wild the American Badass song is. Like the cowboy is, I can't even remember what the name of the song is, right? Is it American Badass, where it's just so the entire track is just him just spitting fire over Sad But True. It's literally Sad But True.
Yeah.
Like if you had the opportunity to be like you're going to be able to take any like Metallica track or any band like that track and just spit just absolute bars over. If you had the Kid Rock opportunity, what is there any tracks that you would love to?
Damn, that's a good one.
That's really good. I wonder where he was going, but that's a really good question.
I don't know. Like,
I was watching it and I was like, I just forgot how wild it is. I forgot like how like this is like one of the songs that completely exploded him, and it's literally Sad But True with bars.
Yeah, I don't know. I would kind of, you're thinking I'm going to zig, but I'd probably zag, and I'd probably do like, I don't know, like maybe like a Poison track, like Every Rose Has Its Thorn or something. Nice. Just something a little more out there,
I like it.
But Metallica songs are very easy to rap over. Just the way that they're structured. It's, yeah.
I like that. We do Poison, Every Rose. That's absolutely sick.
I'd be down with that. I got a question. So on the new album, obviously you live in 26/9 now. Have you written 27/10 yet?
No, but once LP3 comes out, I think one of the names of a track on LP3. So
hell yeah! I was thinking like the only tricky thing is there's an extra syllable in 7, isn't there? So it might make it a bit more tricky. But we'll make it work. Don't worry. And then sure 20 years from now, when you're listening to 3846, we'll be good. You can't stop now.
Head in the jar.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's absolutely sick. So yeah, the album is coming out this week. Like, what's it feel like? Like, how stoked are you right now?
I'm really excited. This has been, it has been a long time since we've put out the last record. It goes in the blink of an eye, but it's been 3 years, and it goes fast. One thing I'm really excited about is just like changing the set list, like not playing the same songs. So like cool. In the, nice. The Bog tour that we just did, we had 3 new songs in the set list, and it felt amazing playing new stuff and like having people be into the new stuff. So yeah, there's a lot that goes in to making a record. A lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. So the fact that like it's finally, we're going to be able to release it into the world, in like 36 hours is pretty exciting. It's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Outside of the band, what kind of stuff are you into? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a big sports guy, big Philly sports guy, big sneaker guy, fashion guy. So pretty much that's it. Just sports, sneakers, clothes, Diet Coke, Food. Obviously, I love food.
Food.
Yeah. I'm a pretty simple man. Yeah.
I saw a photo on Instagram, like must have been a year or two ago now, and I'm pretty sure you had the green shirt, the green skull shirt.
Oh yeah, the Juicy J.
The Juicy J.
Yeah.
Is that because you're a big MSSP fan?
No, I'm just like I know that like I love like a lot of the liquid blue designs from like the 90s and stuff like that, and that's like one of the more iconic ones, you know, because of Juicy J.
Right.
So yeah, I got that one in a couple colors. So
sick.
But the green,
That's awesome.
the green is the one, you know.
No, that absolutely rules. I saw it and I was like, I just saw that you were from Philly. I thought, yeah, you maybe like a big Shane Gillis fan because it's that like, classic. Where he pulls Gillis it out and it's the wildest shirt.
Yeah, Gillis is a legend. I mean, I listen to his podcast all the time. You know, yeah, he's Pennsylvania too, so you know we got to stick together. But yeah, I love Gillis.
Yeah, I went to see him. He did the O2 Arena over here like last month, and it was absolutely sick. It was awesome. The best. Awesome. It was the most fun. He had all the boys were with him. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, coolest thing about him is he is just like the most regular dude there is. Like there's like a dirt racetrack where they race cars kind of close to where I live. Let me like an hour and a half. And he just like rolls up there with his parents still. And like, we'll just go like, you know, sit in the bleachers, watch a race with his parents, you know, big sports guy. He's just a regular dude. And I think that definitely helps with his popularity and stuff like that. Like people gravitate to people that they feel like they can relate to, you know, on some level. So. Yeah,
absolutely. Sorry to just talk about Shane Gillis too much. I'm like obsessed right now. Sorry, Gary.
I wanted to ask a question about Army of Nuns. When you wrote that song, was your thought like, let's write the ultimate WWE pay-per-view banger? Was that what you were going for? Is that
the vibes that it gives?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
I mean, that's
huge.
You know, that was like we need a track where it was like everyone just close your eyes and picture yourself like in an arena and everyone just like doing this with their hands, and that was like the whole inspiration of that song. You know, we definitely wanted
a vibe for sure.
Wanted a couple like anthem tracks, you know. So that's one that I'm really, really proud of. I love that song, and I love how that came out. You know, it has like the nice like, you know, it's melodic and stuff like that, but at the end it has like that heavy like bouncy part to it, you know. So, you know, even though we tried doing a little more and like trying some new stuff, like I think the roots are still entrenched, no pun intended, to, you know, what Gridiron is. Like it's still a Gridiron record.
Absolutely.
You know, we have a song that sounds like, you know, we have the anthem song, and then we have a song that sounds like Rob Zombie, and then we have a straight up rap song right after it. So
definitely, man, it is definitely much more diverse, and you've definitely taken a lot more sort of risks with the new record, but they all pay off. It sounds
right.
Incredible.
Shoot or shoot. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. I think the album's absolutely sick. I think, you've written tracks for the stages that you're going to be playing, you know, these bigger, more anthemic inclusions, like they're just going to absolutely pop. It's absolutely sick, man. I'm stoked for everybody else to hear it.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
So what's next? Obviously, after the album comes out, you say you're going out on tour with Hatebreed. That's very, very fucking cool. What's the next sort of like year looking like for Gridiron? Like,
so this weekend in 2 days, we're playing Tied Down Fest in Detroit. Cool. That's the day after the record comes out. So the record comes out on Friday, and then we play Detroit on Saturday. And then the following week is our record release in Philly with Eternal Champion, Soul Blind, Fatal Realm, Burning Lord, False Salvation, so many sick bands. Eternal Champion's one of my favorite bands on the planet. And then after that, we got a couple weeks, and then we do Hatebreed, which is 3 weeks. And then after that, we're kind of chilling for a little bit. But we have some really, really sick stuff lined up for 2026. So,
hell yeah,
amazing, sick. Yeah, it's a sick time to be a Gridiron fan. There's going to be an album full of bangers in your ears in like a day. By the time this is up, you're going to have it. Yeah, Karll, this was really fun. You've been amazing. Thank you. I can't wait for everybody else to be living friggin' 27, 26, 9.
Not yet. We ain't 2710 yet.
2710 is in my head, Gary.
Don't rush.
2710 in my goddamn head.
Math is hard, Sonny. It's all right.
I know.
Dude, you should have saw when we recorded 25/8. All 5 of us had our calculators out on our phones. Was on the line. If you're 365 or 434, we were trying to figure out the math of that.
It's arithmetic, bitch. Yeah, I know the one.
Dude, it is arithmetic, and it took us probably about an hour to figure out exactly like the right number to put there. So
I love that you spent the time making sure it was accurate, though. That's
oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
There was someone that I saw online, someone like put it into a spreadsheet and like broke it down, and it was like floating around for a while. So,
hell yeah,
amazing, dude. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. This has been absolutely splendid. I can't wait to just go and jam the record some more. I was listening to it before, and I'm probably going to listen to it now again.
Hell yeah, love that, guys. Thank you again for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Thanks very much, man. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.